Boat Reflections video 4. And here's our photo. And we're trying to make something absolutely spectacular from this photo. We're trying to determine what the mysteries are here and where they are. So with that in mind, I want to just tell you what I've done since we've not been together. And that is, I have darkened all of my colors. I've tried to make them more vibrant and more beautiful. I've tried to push them as far as I can to something vibrant and exciting. So, as we mentioned earlier, the story here is, in my opinion, in the water. So today, I just want us to explore what that might look like. I did have some yellow pigment on my brush when I went in with some of these yellows. But today, so I'm brushing that off. Today, I'm using this product is called Bleed Proof White. I'm using the Princeton brush, the Aqua Elite number 8. It's got a wonderful sketching point. And I have put a little bit of water onto my palette. This is opaque. This, you cannot see through this. So I'm trying to find some of these areas in the water where the sparkle just peeks through. So I know I'm going to clean that up a little later, but this is the gamboge. I'm mixing it with the Pro White, the Bleed Proof. And now I'm going to just go in to where there are some fabulous little lines. And I'm going to sketch with the brush and try to find my mojo so that I can be free. I'm also trying to use the marks that are already here. And build around some of these colors that are already here. And you know, I'm going to switch out brushes. I'm going to go with something a little smaller. This is the same brush. It's an Aqua Elite. It's a number 3. It does hold a point very nicely, but I really think there in the back and in the distance, I want a smaller, delicate line, a little more than the other brush was able to give me. And maybe they're both the same, we'll see. You know, this is really the fun work. This is done on dry paper. There, that's the kind of a line that I want. Something like that. Something delicate. So staying over here so I can work left to right. I am right-handed. A little bit of water will maybe make this paint a little thinner. Okay, down this reflection, there's quite a bit of it. And it's at the top of the reflections. Just little lines that call your attention to the reflection. And again, using what's already there. So I'm already faced with, I don't want all of these to look the same. I want to move between yellow and white. And some I will soften. I do like this yellow. You know, there are more up in here and they're yellow. I'm trying to see those. But this is the work we've been waiting to do. What's so great about this paint right here that I am using is that you can soften it with water. So I'm just letting you know that this is fixable as well. And now I can go with the bigger brush. Working with the materials is just as important of a skill as working with the paint. Well, I shouldn't say working with the paint, but it's all practice. You don't just pick up white paint and start painting with it. You do have to have a little bit of practice in knowing what you're trying to accomplish with the white paint and what it will do. So you can see how it stretches. Across here. So I'm hoping that I'm on to something great here. So there's some yellow paint under here, which I think will support my next effort. And I'll show you what that is in a minute. I'm getting thinner and thinner. And you can see now I'm starting to soften. So I'm going to even use a different brush. I'm going to use this one. It is a pointed brush. It's an old Scepter Gold brush. And it just allows for me to drag the paint a little more. Actually, those could have been, this area right here could be just a little more yellow. There we go. A little more gamboge in there. Connecting some of which is already there. And again, being careful that my marks are not all the same. And you know, some of this can be washed off. That's what I'm doing. There. All right, now, let's just add a couple of dots. Of sparkle. So this is the use of opaque paint, which we have learned many of the masters have used. Homer, Sargent, William Turner, they've all used the opaque paint. And I think I'm gonna stop right here. I will add a little bit of the orange up here over top of the yellow. I like that. And I'm gonna get rid of this. We're gonna soften that. Let's add some yellow and well, I don't want that. All right, let's try something else. So we're gonna add the red to that. There. So you can see I put some on, I took some off. I didn't really get what I wanted with these little squiggles, but I got a few sparkles. And we're gonna call that one finished. I think I'm going to very casually put the name of this boat on here. I don't want it to be recognizable. Well, everyone, other than just softening a couple of things that I did earlier, and you know I'm gonna leave those alone, I am going to call this one near done. I may put a little more into the sail, but let me just go ahead and sign this one right here. I hope that you can see that it's deeper water out here and it moves toward the shoreline, so you get some of these muddy bottom colors in the bottom of the painting. So I'll just talk with you a little bit about my signature. I usually try to find some sort of color in the painting, and I'm gonna go with this red because I'm near the shoreline. I'm gonna take a little bit of burnt sienna and a little bit of the red, and I've already kind of given it a wet look, and I'm just gonna put my signature right here. And you know it's not bright enough, so here we go. Done.